Y'all actually wanted me to do this, huh? Y'all like torturing me, don't you? You guys were determined to make me read this, and I hope you're happy. So, this is the one, hopefully the only, pistachio fic. Chapter 1. Let's go. Billy Joe sat on the couch watching television. His boyfriend and bandmate, Trey Cool, sat beside him, trying to pay attention to what was happening on the screen. But unfortunately for Billy, Trey was failing. He kept touching Billy's hair and poking his face. Jesus, Trey, I'm trying to watch something, Billy said, his annoyance coming through his voice. Fine, was all Trey said. He got up and went into the kitchen. He was making a huge show out of it, too. He was pushing things, bags of chips and fruits, off the counter just to annoy Billy. Is he a cat? Is Trey a cat? Then he dramatically swung the cabinet door open, making more bags fall. Trey, what are you doing? You're making a giant mess, Billy said, abandoning his spot on the couch to stop Trey from causing more bags to fall out of the cabinet. Sit back down, Billy. I'm just getting some pistachios, Trey said. He got the back of pistachios, then began to pick up the fallen bags off the floor. Billy settled back into his spot on the couch, not hearing Trey slip out of the kitchen. Trey silently crept out of the kitchen. He was bored and in the mood for annoying his boyfriend. Trey slid on his heelys. his heelys. Trey slid on his heelys, grabbed the pistachios. He got the spoon out of his pocket he had secretly stolen from the kitchen and slowly, quietly heelied into position. This is already awful. What seemed like out of nowhere, Trey sprung out from the shadows, heelys on. Billy didn't know it was possible to heely so fast. Well, it must have been because Trey was doing it. He heelied into the living room, all while flinging pistachios at Billy. Who's gonna crack first, the consumer or the consumed? Trey screeched. Billy could not escape the wave of pistachios raining from what seemed like all directions. They were hitting him all over his body. Eventually, Trey heeled over to Billy and pushed him to the ground, pinning him. Trey then proceeded to pour the rest of the bag on Billy's face. Suffer as the nuts have! Get your pistachio, know them! Trey screamed. Trey, what the hell? Billy yelled, pushing Trey off of him. Billy could feel the pistachio dust in his hair and knew it wouldn't come out for at least a couple days. God, that sounds annoying. Trey, what's wrong with you? I was trying to relax and watch some television, and then you pour salted nuts on me. Thanks. Billy was trying to stay mad, but the sight of Trey giggling on a pile of pistachios and heelys on the floor was making it hard to be even a little annoyed. You know what, Trey? If you leave me alone for the rest of the next 2 shows, you can be top tonight. I don't like how this fic um, portrays the idea that Billy is a top, because that's just not true. But anyway, Billy said, making Trey immediately stop laughing. Billy never let Trey be dominant, so the fact that he even offered made Trey agree to go to their room. Oh, what a glorious evening Trey was planning for himself. Billy had no idea what he just agreed to, Trey thought, a smile crossing his face. That's so sinister. Okay, chapter 2. Billy went to bed confused. He gave Trey the chance to be the one in charge for once, but Trey never spoke about it again. He didn't even look at Billy as they settled down to sleep. Billy was a little disappointed, but he just assumed he'd have Trey tomorrow. He just hoped he hadn't hurt Trey's feelings when he ignored him all day. Well, yeah, you probably did. You ignored him all day. Yeah, his feelings probably were hurt. Okay, 3 a.m. Billy woke up even more confused. He couldn't move his arms or legs, and once again he was covered in pistachios. He turned his head to find Trey sitting in a chair, staring at him naked, eating pistachios. It was then that Billy realized that he was naked as well. I guess Trey didn't forget about our deal after all, Billy thought. But he was still confused as to why he was covered in pistachios. Yeah, that's a valid concern. Good morning, Trey said, sounding as happy as could be. I bet you're wondering about the nuts, huh? Well, I happen to really like pistachios, and I've planned the perfect night for us. Well, me, Trey said, slipping out of the room for a second. He returned with the strangest condom Billy had ever seen. It literally had pistachios all over it. All over. Trey slipped it on and walked over to Billy, restrained on the bed. I had this custom made just for tonight, Trey said, positioning himself at Billy's entrance. Oh god. Billy thought to himself, this is going to hurt. Why doesn't he just say no? I'm so confused. Why? Billy, come on. He felt the nut crumbs penetrate his anus and scrape along his anal skin. Oh my god. He cried out in pleasure and pain. He didn't know if it made him feel good or bad. Soon they both cried out in pleasure, and Billy shot into his stomach. Trey pulled out and removed the condom, now only having a few pistachios left. They must have fallen off in Billy's butt. Trey came into Billy's stomach as well, mixing the juices. Mixing the juices. Mixing the juices, okay. Billy squeezed his butt muscles. I'm sorry. Billy squeezed his butt muscles and outshot the pistachios one by one, creating a small pile, like a mini deer pile, of pistachios. Billy sighed. He was relieved to get all the nuts out. Trey scooped the nuts up with a small cup he took from the bedside table. They both sat on the bed, crisscrossed. Trey looked into Billy's eyes and said, "Will you do this simple task for me, baby?" Billy questioned, "What?" "Let me feed you these pistachios, please." "Anything for you, Trey." "Open wide." Billy opened his mouth, and Trey dropped each pistachio in, one by one. They tasted so gross, but Billy did it for Trey. Yeah, they probably taste like... They... You know what? I'm not even gonna say what they probably taste like. Always do it for Trey. From then on, Billy brought pistachios to every concert and ate them as a good luck charm. And that concludes the pistachio fic. I hate all of you.